star, Nikola Jokic. Malone said he's truly beloved by all his teammates. No ego, a little bit goofy, doesn't take himself too seriously, and with his success, he's still the same kid. That's why everybody cares about him and respects him. Kevin?
The Nuggets lucky to have him. Thanks, David. Clark, we have a big-time matchup with the big men down low tonight.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, you're going to see both teams double these guys because they're just too hard to handle. Otherwise, they'll have to do their work and make their decisions quickly.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Conley against Murray. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Conley dishes to Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Last time they met was in Utah where they beat the Jazz.
And they were a little bit fortunate to come out on top in that one. They were not at their best in that game.
But the important thing is they held it together at the end. They did just enough to hang on for that W.
Now Harris following the 3-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. A nice shot by Harris.
Can't give Harris any breathing room from the mid-range. He's excellent in that space.
Conley against Murray. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Mitchell outside. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Floats one up. Harris against O'Neal. Pass to Gobert. And here is Conley, who's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Now Gobert following the miss by Michael Conley from deep. Mitchell passes to Bogdanovich. Gets a very good look and converts.
Confidence is not lacking with Bogdanovich, and he shows it on these shots.
Murray against Conley. Outside Millsap. Murray dishes to Millsap. On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play. GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich. The shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Millsap's against Bogdanovich. Millsap kicks to Murray. A floater, rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Jokic with the steal. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. And it's Mitchell missing.
I guess even he is one of those once in a while.
Harris passes to Murray. At the elbow, Jokic. Off target with the open look. Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. Pass to Mitchell. On the clock, takes a 3. Millsap grabs the miss. Denver leading by 3. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
Conley against Murray. Mitchell outside. Shoots from 14. Here's Gobert. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Murray with it, guarded by O'Neal. Offensive rebound.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
To the inside. Here's Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Off target from 3-point range.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Mitchell against Porter. Here's Jokic. It's not going to go for him. And Utah the other way now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Now here's Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Fires the 3. Cans it from downtown.
And if you don't get out on Murray, he will torch you. Lethal from behind the arc.
Now here is Conley. Dishes to Mitchell. The pass to Gobert. Out to the right wing. Conley for 3. Murray with the defensive effort. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 6-point game. And it's Murray penetrating. Over to the wing. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Jokic has got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. With the shot. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one's good by Porter. He's got 9.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Passes to Jokic.
Over Bogdanovich. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. Conley the pass to Bogdanovic, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Murray for 3. O'Neal with the rebound. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Mavericks in Dallas. Over Porter. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Murray. Here's the floater. Porter, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Harris. With the teardrop, he takes it up and lays it in. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Now here's Conley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Mitchell outside. Over Harris. Mitchell's shot is good.
Mitchell's just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Harris. Here's the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Harris has got 7 points.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Jokic with the steal. Goes up. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Hey, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Well, he's such a gifted shooter. You can't give Bogdanovic any breathing room. Otherwise, he'll hurt you.
Murray against Conley. Lets it go, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Murray's got his 5th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 12. 29 seconds left in the first. Outside, Bogdanovic. To the middle. Here's Gobert. O'Neal trying to break free. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And stolen by Bogdanovic. And now Utah, fast break. Here's O'Neal. Finished off the break. O'Neal's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And that during his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder has quickly earned the appreciation of his players, including Rudy Gobert.
It's very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be the best defensive team in the league, as I do. And I think when the coach and the players are on the same page, usually, good things happen.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Bogdanovich out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Mudiay in at the guard position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Murray for three, and it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Mudiay with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Ingles finds Mudiay. Now here's Bogdanovich. Back to Clarkson. The tray. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 4 assists now tonight. The Nuggets leading by 5. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And one area, Clark, that Mason Plumlee doesn't get enough credit in is his playmaking. He does a great job at that as a center.
I could not agree with you more. He's an outstanding passer, but when you're playing with Jokic, you sometimes get overlooked in terms of how well he passes it. But he does a good job and is really solid off the bench. Plumlee moves well, he's active, and he's a rim protector defensively, too.
First free throw is good. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And he can't hit the second.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 5. Shot clock at 5. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Gobert against Jokic. Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Jokic doing a nice job consistently finding the open man.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for Utah. They trail by 6. Here's Mudiay. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And that one good from Clarkson.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Morris passes to Jokic. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, Murray outside. Barton kicks to Morris. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. Jazz trail by 3. Bogdanovich dishes to Mudiay. Jokic with the steal. Bogdanovich against Morris. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the Nuggets have very strong rebounding team.
Yeah, you know, not just on defense, but on offense as well. First in the league in second chance points. Have a lot of players that are active on the offensive glass.
And the first one at the line is good. Vonleh's checked in for Denver. And Morris drops them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's got 7. 5 to shoot. Ingles up top. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. No good with the triple. Denver leading by 5. Martin left side. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
And Vonleh the bucket on the assist by Morris. Here's Moutier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the pass to Ingles. Back to Moutier. Clarkson taking his time here. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
You know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson, his first team all-rookie, and continues to develop.
The Jazz shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First free throw is good. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And you look at how the Nuggets have become the team they are. A lot has to do with player development.
Exactly. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Denver has done a great job in the draft. Identify talent, stick to your guns in choosing that talent, then build it, develop it. Their front office has been fantastic.
The Nuggets shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Throw good. Vonleh. Jazz trail by 8. Now Clarkson, 12 points for him. Goes up to the stripe. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Plumlee. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. unloads from 13. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Denver leading by 8. It's Barton on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
A three from Bogdanovich. They grab their own miss. Nice shot by Gobert.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Murray against Clarkson. Murray the pass to Plumlee. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Ingles against Barton. Ingles kicks to Clarkson. And here is Ingles. His last outing with 20 points. Pocket 2. Here's Moutier. And it's off from three-point range. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Morris. He had stolen by Ingles. Here's Bogdanovich. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Bogdanovich has got 9. Ingles against Barton. He dishes it to Plumlee. Murray outside. Gobert brings the double team. Murray the pass to Vonleh. And the dunk by Vonleh.
You know, an area worthy of further development for Murray is keeping his teammates involved.
Clarkson against Murray. Passes it to Moutier. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded. It's stolen by Morris. Pulls up. High post. You can't hit that time. And it's Utah the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Moutier pass to Gobert. Morris against Moutier. Bogdanovich. That's for 2. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Vonleh. Kicks it to Murray. High, arcing shot, and he lays it up and in. He has 7.
He's super hard to guard is Jamal Murray because he's got all the shots, including recognizing when to use the floater.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 12, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Here's Murray. The shot comes out. A D by Bogdanovich. It was the Nuggets their last game, a loss to Dallas. Moutier, after 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Murray against Bogdanovich. Murray, good.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
You know, you look at Jamal Murray, and this guy just seems to be a natural scorer. Has no problem scoring the basketball from anywhere and all angles. Has tremendous confidence at the offensive end. And guys, I think he's just scratching the surface.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Gobert, and there it is for him. Gobert has got 4 points this quarter.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And with the way Murray scores, Clark, he's a great fit for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that, Kevin, because the team has plenty of playmakers and guys like Jokic, and that takes some of the playmaking pressure away from Murray. It allows Murray to simply just focus on what he does best, which is put the ball in the basket.
some changes. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich, and it's Mitchell in for Emmanuel Mudiay. The Nuggets also changing it up. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Porter comes in for Morris, and Harris subbed in for Murray. It's stolen by Gobert, and here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way. Denver grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Barton trying to get open. That's good from Porter on the assist by Barton. Barton's got 3 assists tonight. Jazz trail by 10. Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 12. Mitchell with it. At the top of the key, Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. Second chance effort, and Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 12.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Barton finds Porter. Doesn't go that time. O'Neal with the defensive effort. 1:37 left in the first half of the game. Clarkson dishes to Mitchell. Softly drops in the floater. Mitchell's got his second bucket.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
It's Vonleh atop the key. 1:12 left in the second quarter. Millsap kicks to Harris. It's to Vonleh. For 3. But they'll get another chance. Barton outside. Back to Vonleh. Over Mitchell. Good. Nice play there from Vonleh. Vonleh's got 9 points in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Clarkson passes to Mitchell. Ingles kicks to Mitchell. And stolen by Barton.
Pick up the pace. Get the 2-for-1 here.
That's the way to go. Be quick about it.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. And Clark, one thing that makes Will Barton so good is that he fits right in among any group of players.
And I like the pace he plays with, guys. He doesn't seem to force the issue. He lets the game come to him, and when he has opportunities to explode, he usually does. He's always moving. He's active at both ends. He's a high-quality performer.
That free throw good from Barton.
You know, one of the things that's fun to watch, guys, is the evolution of a player. And Barton has really evolved into a solid player. Even though he was a second-round pick, he's come a long way.
Here's what Utah is going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Gobert. And it's Conley in for Clarkson. And a switcher also for Denver. Jokic is checked in. All free throws good from Barton. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Barton against Conley. Outside, Davis. Back to Conley. The pass to Ingles with his first shot attempt. And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul. That's his first foul. That's his first personal foul. Conley against Barton. To the inside. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Barton. Jokic has got 12 points in the game. Here's O'Neal. Nice shot from the wing.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 3 steals, and 1 assist. Shaq, let's get your take on Denver.
I don't think anyone expected to see such a number from the bench. I'm impressed. It was what they needed. The jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better, into a better rhythm in the second half, and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter and at the small forward. Here is Conley. Denver getting their last shot to go. A 3-ball. They get it back. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Good defense by Jokic.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Murray, good. Murray's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
Surveying the floor, Gary Harris recognizes when his teammates have open looks and gets it to them.
Bogdanovich left side. A shot missing. Good work defensively by Millsap.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half. And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now here's Gobert. 14 points for him. Bogdanovich dishes to O'Neal. Clock at 4. Here's Conley. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Terrific instincts on offense. Love how Conley lets the game come to him naturally.
To the paint and finished off by Porter.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And Utah has possession. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Passes it to Conley. Fires the 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 16. Harris passes to Jokic. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Mitchell wide open. target from outside.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Porter passes to Millsap. Count it. Good. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Conley against Murray. 13 feet away. Here's Gobert. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Jazz shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. A free throw drops for Gobert. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
Harris passes to Jokic. Inside, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Now, here's Bogdanovic. He's got 11. Pass to Gobert. Back to Conley. From deep three-point range, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's good. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Mitchell. And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovic. Pass to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Conley with it. Now defended by Jokic. Conley's shot is off.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Another shot, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 18 points.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. And, you know, there are so many things to like about Jokic's game, Clark, and his footwork is right near the top.
I would agree with that, Kevin. His footwork is exquisite. I mean, it is top shelf. This guy does not get enough credit for his pivoting, but his hands are great. His touch is phenomenal. He loses a lot of defenders when he's back to the basket with that footwork of his. I tell you, I was so impressed when I locked into him with my isolated camera during the playoffs. The Joker is no joke.
It's just a digital glass. He's the one with it. Now we a good boy. Used to be digital glass. Going on with it. Now we a good boy. Used to be digital glass. He's the one with it. Now we a good boy. Used to be digital glass. Flash back. Digital glass. Flash back. Digital glass. Flash back. Digital glass.
A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. Torrey Craig comes in for Gary Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim.
Well, you got to make that moment last. Enjoy it for as long as you can.
Here's Craig. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Denver.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. The first one falls for him.
You know, you look at Bojan Bogdanovic, and he's not uber athletic. I mean, he doesn't blow you away with his athleticism, but he's heady and he's tough, and that makes him effective.
And so Bogdanovic nails both of them. And growing up in the European system, Clark, 2 practices a day, drilling those fundamentals. Bogdanovic with a complete offensive game.
Yeah, you can see the fruit of all that labor, Kevin. He's very efficient offensively, doesn't waste motion or dribbles. And he's not content to be a one-way player. He's challenged himself to defend at a higher level.
So it's the Jazz now. Here's Conley. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
That free throw missing. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
And he sinks the second.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Conley dishes to Gobert. He kicks to Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
And he knocks down the first one. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even Greg to himself, he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
And so he hits both. And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Good on the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
Now here's Conley, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot. Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. And no good. Good work defensively by Morris.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Ingles after the Nuggets pick up 2. Back to Mitchell, and it's good, 2 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And the technical free throw is good.
You know, Jokic really burst on the scene during the 2016-17 season, guys. He's a shrewd, smart, tough, versatile center who does just about everything well.
Morris against Mitchell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic from down in the low post. It goes. Jokic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Utah's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Davis finds Mitchell. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense right on him. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact.
Morris passes to Barton. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Jazz shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Here's Clarkson. It's good. Clarkson's got 16.
What a nice feel, a good feel for the pick and roll. Clarkson sees his opportunity and capitalizes.
Jokic against Davis. The kick out to Barton. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now, here's Clarkson. 16 points for him. Now the pass to O'Neal. And here is Davis. Martin defending. Here's Mitchell. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Down low, here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
I am very impressed with the poise Jokic has shown tonight. He's been unflappable no matter what they've thrown at him.
Passes to Mitchell. Clarkson up top. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. One-on-one fast break. Morris with the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Clarkson, that shot is in just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. O'Neal against Barton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 23 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And his rookie season, an opportunity to learn the NBA game. He's hoping to take a larger role in his sophomore campaign.
Well, he had the whole summer to work on his game now. I believe he will take that next step forward in his development.
And he makes the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Clarkson. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Morris passes to Jokic. Barton kicks to Morris. To the left wing. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Harris is checked in for Monte Morris. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Plumlee, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Plumlee's got 7 points in the game. Utah has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Mitchell against Barton. Now Mitchell. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
It's the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Moutier. Then there's Bradley. Then there's Davis. And it's Niang in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Shots good by Clarkson.
Mesmerizing and stupefying the defense. Clarkson carves out space from mid-range.
Barton surveying the floor. It's stolen by Davis. And here's Moutier. Here's the teardrop. The offensive rebound. They shoot again. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Barton wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Davis dishes to Clarkson. And Bradley gets it to go. Bradley's got his first points of the game. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Harris outside. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right, right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime. And that one's good. Barton.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Moutier. Bradley trying to break free. Moutier, no good. Barton with it. Now defended by Moutier. And Barton throws it down.
Running with purpose. Whenever Barton gets a lane right to the rim, he's going to rise up with power and throw it down.
Inside, here's Clarkson. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Works that one inside nicely.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Troy Daniels comes in for Gary Harris. For a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Count it.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Now, here's Clarkson. Here's Niang. The Jazz again can't hit it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Niang. Over in the corner, Moutier. Pass to Davis. Over Daniels. That one rolling around and rims out. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They've got to tighten it up.
And Utah has possession. Denver getting their last shot to go. Shoots from 12. Moutier, no good. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. On the wing, Daniels fires from deep, hits it from three-point range. Daniels has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Jazz shooting 43% from the field. Clarkson passes to Bradley. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
They need this one. They get it again. Pass to Moutier. The three. The shot that time not on target.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Moutier following the missed shot by Will Barton. Now here's Clarkson. He's covered by Daniels. Clock at 6. High post, Davis. A putback, Davis on the follow. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
So it's Utah now. Following the missed shot by Noah Vonleh, Clarkson passes to Moutier. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Barton. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Moutier kicks to Clarkson. From 12 feet out. Here's Bradley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Martin with it. And there's the pass to Vonleh. Here's Hartenstein. Passes it to Barton. Pass to Hartenstein. That's tipped. It's stolen by Moutier. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Here's Clarkson. Bradley trying to break free. And that one good from Clarkson. Clarkson's got 17 points here in the second half. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Pass to Barton. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
You know, Barton's an improving ball handler, and because of that, he's got more moves now that he can choose from when he's going off the bounce.
Now, here's Clarkson. Moutier looking around. Back to Clarkson. The pass to Niang. Beyond the arc. That one doesn't go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Barton kicks to Vonleh. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours in their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tour. They get the rebound. Bull, that's good.
A towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Passes it to Niang. Here's Williams-Goss. To the paint. Here's Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And Utah making a change here. Tucker's checked in. That one misses for Davis. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Daniels passes to Morris. Back to Daniels. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Now, here is Morris. Bull, the pass to Hartenstein. Here's Craig. And Davis pulls it down. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Nuggets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jokic.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
The first one falls. And so Bradley nails both of them. 46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here is Morris. Guarded closely. Pass to Hartenstein. Daniels with it. There's the three. The shot misses. Here's Williams-Goss. Covered by Morris. Williams-Goss, the pass to Davis. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock at 6. Another miss by Utah. Now Bull. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark... Doris, the depth of talent for these two teams, a real point of pride for both.
Well, I think both of these front offices take extraordinary pride, Kevin, in their ability to surround their star players, and you have to have stars. What the key is, the guys around them, what is their fit? Do they complement the stars' greatest attributes? That is the measure of a great front office.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Now here is Harris. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Out to Conley. Pass to Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
Murray against Conley. Lets it go from 11. That one goes. Counted.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I caught up with Coach Mike Malone, and he wants to make sure they do a good job on Rudy Gobert, both offensively, not forcing shots inside, but also defensively, making sure that the help man, as they say, tags him on his rolls to the rim. They'll have to be sharp and on their toes tonight.
Thank you, David.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here is Conley. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Last time they met was in Utah, where they beat the Jazz.
Well, it doesn't always have to be a thing of beauty, but when you can get a win in a game like that, that's really all you care about. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive, nice.
Now here's Murray. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Conley against Murray. To the middle. Here's Jokic. No good on the shot. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Mitchell. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Let's remember that Donovan Mitchell's first love was baseball. His father played in the minors, coached in the majors. Donovan himself was a star player in high school. It wasn't until he broke his wrist that he decided to dedicate himself to the game of basketball.
And Doris, you mentioned baseball where he played pitcher and shortstop. But Mitchell doing just fine, I think, in basketball.
No doubt, Kevin. He's come a long way since high school because back then he was a power dunker and defender. But his transformation into an elite offensive player in the NBA, this is just a credit to this young man's work ethic.
It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Offensive rebound. Utah leading by 6. Mitchell with it, picked up by Harris. Mitchell kicks to Gobert. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Conley feeling it out. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, Murray with the defensive effort.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
And he makes the first. And this is what we've been waiting for all summer long, all off season long. After many months, Doris, basketball is finally back.
And what's incredible, Kevin, is the NBA's popularity just continues to grow. There's worldwide enthusiasm. The NBA players represent the league so well, and my goodness gracious, can they play some basketball?
Interesting how now the league, Doris, is commanding the calendar all year round. It used to be such a seasonal game. Now it's 365 days a year.
So many storylines throughout the course of the summer. Who's playing where and with whom?
Here's Gobert. The shot, no good. Good defense by Jokic. O'Neal against Porter. There's the pass to Jokic. Porter kicks to Harris. Dishes it to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up, and that one is off.
Well, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Rebound by Murray.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Drills the three-pointer.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Not going to go that time. And it's Denver the other way. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Porter. Here's the dish to Harris. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. O'Neal. The teardrop falls in. O'Neal's got 5 now.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Now here's Murray. There's the triple. And again, Denver with the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Murray against Conley. Mitchell outside. Conley against Murray. It's up a 3. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Here's Bogdanovich off target with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Porter passes to Jokic. And the basket is good.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Conley dishes to Gobert. O'Neal passes to Conley. For Murray. Here's Gobert. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Gobert's got it all tied up now for Utah. Pass to Jokic. Out to the wing. Harris outside. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. For 3, Millsap. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Murray against Conley. Pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. He kicks to Conley. Now Gobert. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Oklahoma City. Changes up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gobert's got his 2nd basket.
You know that old expression, you can't teach size, but Gobert showing great effort as well. I love that he creates second chance opportunities.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
Checked in.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. Great showing for him last season. 1st in shooting percentage, 3rd in blocks, and one of the league's most ferocious rebounders, always working. He was top 5 in that category.
And last year, he really was the poster boy for scoring efficiency. You could count on one hand the number of bad shots he took. Conley dishes to Gobert. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Trailing by 2. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And the first one at the line is good. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
Both free throws good for Millsap.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Now here's Conley. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
There is a level of physicality, and the frame of Donovan Mitchell allows him to finish through contact.
Denver's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Back to Murray. Passes to Jokic. Murray outside. to Jokic. It's stolen by Gobert. To the middle, and the Jazz pushing it up now.
Well, this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert, so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Outside Millsap. No good there. Good D by Bogdanovich. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Gobert with the block.
And the remarkable reach of the stifled power. Gobert twice on the pipes.
Jokic passes to Millsap. Murray surveying the D. Jokic finds Barton. 6 to shoot. The tray. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And it's Mitchell missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Now Mitchell following Will Barton's three-point attempt. Mitchell dishes to Bogdanovich. Inside, Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Murray against Conley. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Jokic has got 5 now.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Conley against Barton. Bogdanovich wide open. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists tonight. The Nuggets trail by 6. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Murray, the pass to Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
Conley against Barton. Now here's Conley. He's guarded closely. From deep. And that does it for the first quarter. Jazz out in front, leading by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with one of the better two-way guards in the NBA. Mike Conley said his inspiration growing up was none other than Gary Payton.
He was one of my favorite players growing up. I had Gary Payton jersey, had the shoes, everything. So when I looked at a player, I was like, you know, he plays on both ends. I want to be able to do that too.
You know, Conley maybe not the size of Payton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. We've got Murray, Plumlee out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris, and it's Barton in at the 3. Murray against Clarkson. To the paint, here's Plumlee, and he hits it to tie the game up.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Moutier against Morris. A shot by Clarkson, no good. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Down low. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Mudiay kicks to Bogdanovich. Barton against Ingles. The pass to Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 10-footer. The Jazz with another miss. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Plumlee. He dishes it to Murray. From deep. Another 3 for Denver.
Gotta do better against Murray if you're on D. Even from way downtown, he's incredibly active.
And the Utah fans known league-wide for their passion.
This is a very tough place to get a win on the road, Greg. You know that as well as anyone. You've got the elevation, second highest in the league, and as you mentioned, those fans are loud, proud, and passionate.
Clarkson, another miss by Utah. The Nuggets leading by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
No good on the free throw.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the second free throw, good. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Now, here's Ingles. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Can they get it? Mudiay, no good. Last outing for Utah, it was a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Murray right side. Pass to Jokic. Over Ingles. Off the left rim and out. Jazz trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Clarkson looking for an opening. To the left side wing. Here's Mudiay. Sinks the three-pointer. Mudiay's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Mudiay must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Morris into the lane. And here's Bogdanovich. He's got 5. Clarkson with the ball. And the shot goes in. Clarkson's got his first points in this one.
Well, Jordan Clarkson loves the offensive end. He's in the flow on that drive. That's nice.
Morris finds Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Bojan Bogdanovich.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player.
and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
And so Murray nails both of them. If you were coaching, Doris, and you could run your offense through any center in the game, and let's take guys that are playing right now because we can go back in history and the names are endless. But who would you run your offense through at that position?
Probably a guy that the casual NBA fan is not as knowledgeable about as they should be, Kevin, and that's Nikola Jokic. This is a young, early 20-year-old who may be the best passer out of the post position that we've seen in a generation. Jokic is a guy who can handle the ball from three-point territory. He can take it off the window and initiate your offense. They run him like a point center, and it's appropriate because he's unselfish and gifted as a passer.
Gifted, great word to use, you're right.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Moutier dishes to Bogdanovich. He doesn't hit that one. Good defense by Jokic. Barton kicks to Morris. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Good D by Bogdanovich. Jazz trail by 5. Up top, Moutier. Covered by Morris. Back to Moutier. Clarkson against Murray. A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Morris passes to Jokic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jokic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Moutier dishes to Clarkson. Shot to stop the run. Goes back up. Got a hand on it. Tries yet again. And Gobert with the lay-in. Gobert's got 8 points.
Boy, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Jokic passes to Morris. That one drops for him. Morris has got the lead back up to 7 now for the Nuggets.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Morris against Moutier. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Murray. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Shot's good by Clarkson.
How about Jordan Clarkson? The ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play.
Passes it to Jokic. Right at the free throw line. Again, the Nuggets score.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Moutier. Here's Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovich has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years. Competes defensively. He's a player.
And the first one drops.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovich, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mitchell in for Mudiay. And so Bogdanovic nails both of them. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That's good from O'Neal. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect as his strength is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Rudy Gobert, number 1.
He didn't miss many easy chances last year, and he made the most of the tough ones as well. What a fantastic percentage.
Harris looking it over. There's the pass to Porter. Outside for Millsap. It doesn't go for him. And it's Utah the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket for Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Now here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Here's Mitchell, following the basket by Mason Plumlee. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Barton with some nice D. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. 3-point lead. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Clarkson on the wing. Offensive rebound. Gobert makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
I tell you, increasingly able to contribute on the offensive end, and that's a problem. Rudy Gobert doing work.
Barton passes to Millsap. Gobert with the block. Clarkson against Harris. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Harris outside. Here's Millsap. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
Checking out the stats for Millsap. Last year, getting it done. Averaged about 12 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Clarkson finds Mitchell. Gobert with it. Mitchell looking it over. Bogdanovich against Millsap. Lets it fly. Hits the front of the rim and out. Denver's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
First one falls for him. And Utah making a change here. Davis is checked in. All 3 throws good from Barton. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Clarkson kicks to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. Michael Conley. He's checked in for Clarkson.
Michael Conley.
Nuggets on D. It's a 3-point game. Davis finds Conley. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Here's Davis. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Davis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
From 17 feet out, Porter, no luck. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. When we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more off the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the center position. That's the group right now for Utah. Porter with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Porter passes to Jokic. Over Conley. Jokic, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Conley. For the lead, it's good from long range. Conley's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Jazz. Mitchell against Harris. Kicks it to Millsap. Porter looking it over. Now Murray. Harris outside. The three. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Mitchell. Again, the Jazz score.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell in the mid-range, making great use of what the defense is giving him. Because of Rudy Gobert's thin frame, people were trying to take advantage of him early physically in his career. For the Jazz, they wanted him to get stronger, get in the weight room, and become more of a problem.
Now, here's Millsap. 6 points for him. Murray, good. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Conley against Murray. Conley, the pass to Gobert. And here's Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. Here's Mitchell. And it's Denver with the rebound. And for 7-footers like Gobert, it seems, Doris, there's more risk of injury.
Well, everything the Jazz organization has done with Rudy has focused from the core down. They want to make sure their big man has functional strength that eases pressure on the knees and ankles. Both of those areas have been so problematic for guys his size.
Here's Harris following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Nuggets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Throw good, Murray. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've done?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Outside, Porter. Conley against Murray. Takes a three. Knocks down the three ball. Murray's got 8 here in the quarter.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
They double-team Conley. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Now here's Murray. He's got 20. Here's Jokic. That shot off the mark. Gobert with the defensive effort. O'Neal dishes to Mitchell.
Now, Donovan Mitchell able to play with both power but also finesse. He's got long arms, big hands. He can do so much on a basketball court.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunity.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. The Nuggets also changing it up. Noah Vonleh comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Torrey Craig in for Michael Porter. And Mitchell drops them both. The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray outside. Jokic kicks to Vonleh. Here's Craig. No good on the 3. And before every game, you see Mitchell working on those skill finishes.
You have to be able to elevate off 1 foot in traffic, something he could not do in college. Now you think about what this guy uses in his toolbox. Floaters, scoop shots, wrong-footed quick releases, and he's absolutely fearless attacking the rim.
Here's Jokic. Bogdanovich picking up that last basket. Jokic with it. Conley picks him up. For 3, Harris. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Here's Bogdanovich. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Ingles. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Morris is checked in for Harris. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
Now here's Murray. 20 points for him. Morris kicks to Craig. Jokic passes to Craig. The Nuggets with another miss.
And this has been an outstanding display on the board, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
Gobert. They get it back. Bogdanovich left side. And another shot. It's all in by the Nuggets. Jokic just got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
To stop the drought. You can't get that one to fall. And Utah the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Here's Ingles. Bogdanovich dishes to Gobert. Inside, here's Conley. Lays it up and banks it in. Conley Conley's got the lead up to 11 now for Utah.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. Denver calls timeout. And one of those blue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
Take a look at last year's leading shot blockers. You don't want one of these guys in front of you when you're coming down the lane. Rudy Gobert, third.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Morris against Conley. With some arc. Morris, no good.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now, here's Bogdanovich following the miss by Jamal Murray. Morris against Conley. Mitchell outside. For Murray. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wide open look here for Murray. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing's going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Comes in for Bogdanovich. Bill Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail by 13. Morris kicks to Vonleh. Pass to Barton, and the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him. And here are the Nuggets now. Now here's Barton. Back to Jokic. Craig kicks to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. From deep.
And they've got to get back to what they were doing in that first half. If they want to somehow win this game, the offense has gone stagnant.
Now here's Conley. Following the missed shot by Noah Vonleh, he gets that one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here is Morris. To the inside, and the dunk by Vonleh.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only concerned right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Clarkson against Barton. Clarkson passes to Mitchell. Mitchell is doubled. Clarkson against Jokic. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. Ingles trying to get open. And again, it's Utah.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Morris looking over the floor. Jokic passes to Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got his second bucket of the night.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Mitchell is doubled. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Mitchell.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding. 9th in assists. And he did his share on the glass. Battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Here's Craig. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Barton against Ingles. Stolen by Clarkson. Over to the left wing. Conley with a wide open look. And the Jazz another three.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
Now, here is Morris. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Vonleh. Now Barton. Back to Vonleh. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. That one off the back iron and out. Utah leading by 15. Conley up top. He's got 8. The shot's good. Conley's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft floater.
Morris kicks to Craig. Barton outside. Feeds it to Vonleh. And the pass to Jokic. Got a piece of it. Tries again. And he sinks the layup. Jokic has got 16.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Michael Conley picks one up. For Denver, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Free throw good for Morris. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Utah. And then for Denver, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Noah Vonleh. And it's Michael Porter in for Torrey Craig. And Morris drops them both. 46 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Clarkson. 6 points for him. Jazz passing it around. To the paint. Here's Conley. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Conley's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Morris. A sweet little floater.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Conley against Barton. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Pass to Ingles. O'Neal with it. Good work defensively by Milson. And so it's Utah looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
He's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for Denver. Millsap and Plumlee are playing up front. Harris is out there with Will Barton, and it's Porter at the 3 spot.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
He's off on the first.
And there have been some to compare Porter to Kevin Durant. And really a fluid shooter who also possesses amazing athleticism.
He hits the second from the line. Jazz leading by 12. Conley, the pass to O'Neal. Here's Davis, guarded by Porter. Here's O'Neal. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. A high post shot. Misses off the right iron. The Nuggets trail by 12. Here's Harris. That one, no good. O'Neal with the defensive effort. And here's Conley outside. At the 10, Davis on the follow.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Millsap, and Millsap slips it in.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Clarkson passes to Davis. Now Clarkson. Pass to Conley. Clarkson against Harris. High post shot. Denver grabs the miss. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Porter kicks to Barton. At the top of the key, Plumlee. Back to Barton. Good work defensively by Conley. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. They've played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Barton.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Clarkson against Harris. Conley left side. Shoots the 3. Barton with some nice D. The Nuggets trail by 10. Porter passes to Barton. Now here is Harris. Over by Conley. Harris kicks to Porter. Clarkson against Millsap. It's Porter outside. Utah with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. This is it to Clarkson. On pass to Conley. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Ed Davis. The first free throw is good. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor. Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Now here's Gobert. O'Neal with it. He's picked up by Millsap. O'Neal against Millsap. And O'Neal gets it to go.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this, Greg. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by Paul Millsap. The pass to Conley. Back to Clarkson. And that one falls, coming off Conley's speed.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
Barton passes to Millsap. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Unable to get that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Here's Clarkson, and he dunks it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Millsap. No good again that time. Utah leading by 16. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Barton against Conley. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Nuggets trail by 18. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And a wide open look for Porter. Drills it from outside. Porter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you already see the great range, a calling card of Porter's, even back in high school. Shot 47% as a senior.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Barton, no luck. Utah's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Barton. Dishes it to Harris. Outside Porter. Pass to Millsap. Over Bogdanovich. Millsap misses.
Rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Porter. over Conley. Bank shot, no good. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich. Of course, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Here's Murray. That shot misses. Gobert with the defensive effort. O'Neal dishes to Conley. And they pick up two.
The silky smooth dribble moves of Conley. So slick in how he creates for himself.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Denver. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got 10 points here in the second half.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Well, how about Bogdanovich showing a bit of mobility on his way to the rack, drawing the foul?
Bojan Bogdanovich. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, seeing an uptick in his trips to the free throw line, really, since we came out of the half.
So he gets them both. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice statistic.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Now, here is O'Neal. Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. That shot off. On the wing, Porter. Covered by Mitchell. And that one's good by Porter.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Bounce pass, Conley. And Gobert kicks to O'Neal. Out to the wing. Mitchell against Harris. And he overshot that one, missing. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. From 13, kept alive. Here's Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
And he makes the first. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that day, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Now here's Moutier. Inside, Davis. Denver grabs the miss. Vonleh's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jazz.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Rudy Gobert.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Shoots a fader, and that one's good. Millsap.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Passes to Moutier. Here's Niang. Back to Moutier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And the Jazz lead by 20.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Millsap misses. Now here's Moutier. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you very much, Rudy. A big win in front of the home crowd. How did that feel?
Great. You know, the fans were great. We shared the ball. We played better defense in the second half, and it's great to win for us and for our fans.
Always been one of the best crowds in the league. Thanks, Rudy. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.